Hey gang, back here with another video, and today, um, back here with another video, and today, I wanted to be I saw this video yesterday, and so I was interested. This is from 10 years ago, so like about 2015, 2014, and like I said, I saw it on my For You page. I know some of y'all are not gonna like that I'm watching this because maybe you're Kendrick haters. I don't know, but honestly, I don't care. But anyways, let's get started. This is Kendrick Lamar Sits Down with NWA by Billboard cover.
Yo, what's up? It's Kendrick Lamar, and I just sat down with the legendary NWA Billboard exclusive.
K Dot.
What's happening?
What's up with it?
Man, I'm tripping out right now, man. But looking at y'all right here, bro, it's like I got too many questions, so bear with me, man. I'll probably be asking a whole bunch of stuff, dog.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about nothing.
First thing, just for me personally, y'all been in this game 30 plus, going through so many different eras and so many different stages of success. How do you manage to keep the sanity up there, period?
I can just speak for myself. The way I keep my sanity is because of the love that I have for the music and the passion that I have for this hip hop thing. You know, I can't let anything get in the way of that because it's like, first of all, it's my first love, the music and this thing that we do. And I'm gonna protect that. I'm gonna protect how I'm able to keep creating. So that's one of the main ways that I maintain my sanity.
Right, right.
Early in the game, when I was, you know, still young, still not really sure how far it was gonna take me, I made a vow to myself that I wouldn't let the game change me. That I was just gonna be myself no matter from the clubhouse to corporate. I'm gonna just be myself and let the chips fall where they may, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna still be happy with who I am. You know, whether I blow up and then fall off or whatever, I just vowed that I was gonna be happy with who I am no matter what's my status in the game.
Exactly.
It's weird because it's almost like an unspoken thing that we all set for ourselves, and we all have maintained that thing. We're not gonna let anything change us. We're gonna approach this shit exactly the way we want, and we're gonna do our best at it.
Since day one amongst each other.
Yeah.
That's how y'all felt.
This was probably like such a crazy moment for him. Oh yeah, and ignore my bag. I'll clean it up later. But yeah, I bet this is probably a huge moment for Kendrick. Like even when this was like since this was 10 years ago, it was probably such a huge moment for him 10 years ago. Because I mean this was probably after. Let me see. Was it after? Maybe before. Let's see. It was August 13th, and when did it? March 15th. So yeah.
Me,
I think it was after.
the way I keep saying, man, I try to put God first. Try to stay away from the fakes. You know what I'm saying? Don't take everything so serious and just do it like that. Let everything fall like it's gonna fall.
Me, I just stayed the same, you know. I mean, cause me and Dre go back so far, you know, 30 years.
Yeah, we go back long before NWA.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And just, when I talk to him or Cuba, everybody's like,
No, it was after. I'll be corrected there. It was after.
the same way it was 25 years ago.
Yeah, it's like we just saw each other yesterday, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything falls right into place.
No big heads, none of that ego stuff.
That's a trip. That's a trip. How do y'all balance this lifestyle with your family? You know what I'm saying?
I try to keep it separate. Like my family, like when I do stuff, they really don't be around that much. You know, probably like every once in a while, but that's how it is because it's too many, to me, it's too many fakes. in the game, and I don't want my family exposed to all them fakes.
That is true. Even now, and 10 years later, there's still fakes. There's the obvious answer, which I can say, but I know some of you will get mad at me for that. But for the ones who will get mad at me, look at me. Look at me. Stop what you're doing and look at me. I don't care. But, the main fake at the moment, you could say, is Drake.
Because I done went through it. We all went through it, like, coming up. We went through, like, so many shady characters. I just keep my...
All I have to say... sorry. But yeah, all I have to say is that time when he was still a kid, when Drake was still a kid, and he was lying about how he didn't get that tuna sandwich on a bagel. Like, come on, man. You can't be taken both seriously when he whines about freaking not getting a bagel on tuna on a bagel. But yeah. Hold up.
I didn't buy you that sandwich.
Why?
Because I bought chicken salad. I'll make you a sandwich. I bought some other things.
Why couldn't you just got me that sandwich?
Because the lineup was incredible.
What's this?
What's this?
Well, give me a chance. Well, I'm more tired.
So, you didn't get your sandwich?
No.
Can we talk about it?
No. Get out of here. I didn't get my sandwich.
I didn't get my sandwich. How can you take this most seriously? He whines about not having a tuna sandwich.
I was looking forward to a nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
He said it right there.
Nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
You heard that right. Let me just play it one more time for y'all.
Get my sandwich. I was looking forward to a nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
A nice tuna sandwich on a bagel. A nice tuna sandwich on a bagel. Seriously, how do you take this man seriously? Huh?
Family away from it if I can.
I try to maintain the balance. Family time is family time. Work is work. Try to separate the two. But as my kids got older and are getting older, they want to be part of the business. So
I I can respect that. I can respect Ice Cube for that. You know, keeping work and, you know, family stuff is apparently hard. I mean, I'm only 17, so I mean, I wouldn't know this, but from what I've heard from, you know, adults, you know, it's not easy, especially in the rap game.
How they want to be a part of it, whether they want to be in front of the camera like O'Shea Jr. is doing with Straight Outta Compton movie, or they want to be behind the scenes like my other son, Daryl, who's, you know, into the production.
I still need to watch that movie. I cannot believe it's 10 years old.
Producing tip. So, you know, it's really what they want to do, and I'll try to get them the knowledge and then provide them with an avenue, but it all comes down to their talent and their hunger, and that they keep it in perspective too. The family is family and this is business.
Yeah, I feel like the way I function is probably a little bit of both Ren and Cube. You know, it's just like,
Oh, okay, that's MC Ren, right.
I have to protect my family and try to keep them away from all the bullshit and, like Ren said, the shady characters. And at the same time, they're really supportive, very supportive of what I do. You know what I'm saying? And they understand how much I love this thing. So they're just there to support anything that I'm doing, any project that I'm working on, and hopefully push me and inspire me to make everything that I'm working on great.
Definitely. Being that it's like I said, 30 years, like you said, y'all go back even further than that. What's some of the hardest part in dealing with the business and coming to grips on certain things that you didn't understand when you was 20 years old?
That is a great question. Kendrick's got some great questions for them. I would have a lot of questions for them as well. Even, you know, being a white boy from Alabama.
Or, you know, straight out of high school and doing your thing until now?
To me, I would say publishing, and we didn't know about it.
So, that's MC Ren, that's Ice Cube, that's Dre. I'm not sure who that is.
The first go around, we didn't make a nickel.
Yeah, we didn't know shit about the business. We were just some creative guys that got together and did something amazing. But once we started understanding the business, you know, that's when we started realizing how much bullshit comes along with it. And for me personally, the hardest part was probably separating myself from the bullshit. You know what I mean? Having to stand up for myself and separate myself from the bullshit. So I would say, yeah, that would have to be the hardest part for me.
You know, to me, the hardest part is just dealing with the business aspect. You know, that's just the most boring and fucked up part of the game.
Right.
It's fun to make records. It's fun to be in the studio with your homies, coming up with shit. It's fun to get on stage. The business part sucks.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's always a lesson. It's always awkward. You know what I mean? And it's always some shit you ready to get rid of and get back to being creative. So
yeah, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it because if you don't, the creative part is gonna lack, you know?
And it can ruin relationships.
Yeah, so the business is the worst part of the game.
The best part is making the music.
Making the music and making the money.
That's the best part.
Yeah, nothing that I've ever felt in my life other than anything to do with my family
I don't know why I had the captions on. Don't ask me that.
feels better than having a hit record out. Every artist out there will agree with that. Having a hit record, it's like, that's the ultimate high if you're an artist.
Yeah, just being in the studio is a
coming up with stuff.
And hitting that stage, you know, it's like them three things is why I still make music.
Yeah, because I be trying to express these same feelings to, you know, people that's close, you know, to me. And they get it, but I don't know if they'll quite understand how much, like, I have to be in the studio.
Yeah, you can't articulate that to somebody that's not in this thing. We know.
We know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a drug. It's like explaining to somebody this is all I think about.
Yeah. How do you explain a feeling?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you can't.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's a trip. Me being a student, one of y'all offsprings for sure, I'm sure y'all know, you know, anything that I do, it always come from what y'all done, period. I want to get y'all take on how y'all feel about my generation today and where we head as far as music.
I like a few. I like you.
I like some of it. I mean, you?
Yeah, I like you.
You number one on my shit. You know what? Your shit is not.
I mean, Dre, you're kind of being a little, I don't know how to explain this, but, I don't know, biased. Because, I didn't realize that this video was up here, but...
Kendrick cried on stage after Snoop Dogg did this shocking thing for him.
We in the crowd watching this get up. I'm sitting with Dr. Dre in the crowd, but I'm like, I gotta go on stage. Just Dre, I'm sorry, I can't be in the crowd. So I go on stage and he do another song, then another song, and they look over at me and they hand me the mic. I'm like, man, fuck all this shit. We felt like he the one.
I'ma say this and I'ma mean this. You got the torch, you better run with
that.
This is kind of the moment that I was going to be talking about, like, yeah. I mean, I thought it was Dre, but yeah, it was, I mean, Dre probably had some, help in it. And also, they did make Compton together, the song on, Good Kid, Mad City, like the last song on that
And it's not just
album.
because our relationship in this shit.
But hey, he's saying it himself.
Your shit is like top of my playlist all the time.
Yeah, so, okay, let me back, I guess it wasn't biased.
Because you got that shit, the way you approach it, your attention to detail and how precise you are with how you sound and the way you make your music sound and the tracks that you pick. It's like, that's an art in itself, you know what I mean? So there's actually a few people out there who I listen to and respect.
Pusha T.
Pusha T, definitely Pusha T.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially, and still now, I mean, he's great.
Fool hard.
Drake.
And I
mean,
just saying it because you hear, I like your song Cut You Off. That's like my favorite. Yeah. And so I've been listening to you for a minute.
Do y'all feel there's anything that we should continue to build on or something that we should bring back to the game a little bit more?
Oh, that's always tricky, man. Artists got to do it how they feel it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do it how they think they should do it. They shouldn't do it how they think the people want them to do it. They should do it how they feel it and go from there. And you'll always be happy and satisfied. Hip hop and the artists got so focused on results. Yeah. What my record sell? What is this? That ain't got nothing to do with you creating the music.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with,
I'll be right back.
When we started this thing, it's not for the money, it's for the music, it's for the love of the music. And if you treat her right, she's gonna treat you right. The minute you come in this thing and you're in it to make money, your time is limited in this motherfucker, man.
Think about when we started, it was no money. We went in there and made what we want to do. F the police,
Oh, DJ. Oh, okay, that's DJ Illa.
Whatever we wanted to do. What was the model? They like it, great. If they don't, fuck them.
I respect MCs when they try to be totally different from everybody else. Like, if you got everybody trying to be the same, that turned me off as an MC.
Right.
Like, I like people that's different, creative, and bring something new to the game. Just like when we came in, we brought something new to the game. You know what I mean? And that's how it popped off like that.
That's ill. That's ill. How do y'all feel NWA changed the history of music?
Oh, okay. Let me get into that.
Let's get settled here,
NWA not only changed music, but we changed pop culture all over the world because we made it all right for artists to be themselves. You didn't have to be squeaky clean to be just as big or bigger than the squeaky clean artists. It was artists out there who wasn't being themselves, on record. They was all these nice guys behind the scenes, They was thugged out. So we was like, yo, we're gonna be ourselves no matter what. On record, off record, we're gonna be ourselves and let the chips fall where they may. And I think it opened the floodgates for artists who wanted to walk on this side and to be a little raw, and not be so squeaky clean.
I worry about being on the radio. And
Yeah,
all that shit,
all these worries that artists used to hold on to him because there was no other avenues, there was no other examples of a person not doing it the square way and being successful. And here we come as the example, not only for musicians, but for all artists. You know, it wouldn't be, you know, shows like South Park and all these shows where, even the reality shows where they bleeping and all that, we started that on the radio, bleeping words out. But the rawness wasn't in the world until NWA said it was okay for you to be yourself. And there you have it. It's the world before NWA, and it's the world after NWA.
Boom.
That's crazy. How you feel from the music? How did it change how people view urban, our culture, where we from, and you know, the city and our environment? Because these people didn't actually necessarily know what was going on in the community. Why do you feel they gravitated toward that and wanted to know and, you know, being intrigued by it?
I think it was a world that unless you're from, you're not privy to. Unless you're from there, you don't know what's going on there. And here's our records was a safe distance where you could visit Compton from a safe distance. But you can get up close.
Yeah, get all those suburban kids that opportunity to
get up
experience
close.
this shit.
So now you care. You care about what's going on now because you heard about what's going on. You interested. Now when you hear Compton, you don't be like, what is that? You be like, oh, it's going down there. Let me pay attention. So, you know, paying attention, then we able to shed light on some of the bullshit that's going down too. You know, it just, to me, that's what made people open up to what we was doing, what we was saying. We present.
And that's why, you know, I'm not just the only person. Everyone considers, you know, Straight Outta Compton one of the greatest albums of all time because of that. Because, I mean, like they said, I mean, there wasn't really anything like that before NWA, and then, you know, here they come making, you know, F the Police and stuff like that, and then, you know, changed everything basically.
Presented it in a way that they could digest it, they can comprehend it, and they could sympathize with what we was going through. And it's great music.
And
it's
it was
great
like a shock
art.
value
And
too.
if we would have did it any softer than what we did, it wouldn't have gotten the attention that it did. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't have worked. You know?
That's crazy.
I mean, you know the difference nowadays music is, there wasn't that much competition back then. You know, it was the East and the West. There wasn't no West before us. And it just, we came in so different and so real, you know. Back then, you know, we was the underground reporters and all that stuff, but we told what we seen, what goes on in the neighborhood, and now the people like, okay, this is real. 'Cause first, when you say Compton, they frown up and be like, whoa. But now it's like a everyday thing now. It's there, it's established.
So tell me this, did y'all have any doubt that they wouldn't accept it?
I don't think we
Oh, that's also a really good question.
really cared, man.
Yeah, I never. We ain't even.
Yeah, I assumed they didn't really care because, I mean, the music was just so insane. Even now, I gotta say, even though it's not really relevant anymore because it's been, God, almost 40 years. But yeah, just a moment of silence for that. But yeah, anyways, even now, like, even though, like I said, the stuff is not really that relevant anymore, it's still a great thing to go back to and see how everything was of the time, especially being someone who who didn't even exist at the time. And, like, you know, if you know me, you know I love old stuff, and that album is one of the reasons why, because it kind of gives you, like, a perspective of what Compton was like in the 80s and the 90s. And it's just a great perspective. I mean, a great like retrospective, I guess. If you want to like, see how everything was of that time, and the videos also are great representations of how everything was there at that time, and I bet probably back then they thought they believed, even though people probably hated them, that they made masterpieces, and they absolutely did.
Think about that, because we had no idea that it was going to blow up this major, because every time we went in the studio, we was basically just trying to make records that was gonna rock our neighborhood or just rock LA. We wanted to become LA stars. We wasn't even thinking any further than Los Angeles, to tell you the truth. Maybe Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was the limit of our thinking when we went in the studio and made these records.
We didn't think nobody cared what we was going through. Locally, but we didn't think like the world would give a damn about gangbanging and dope dealing in LA. Compton and South Central and Long Beach and Watts and all that. It's not a hub of hip hop. You know what I mean? We on the fringes. The hub is Brooklyn, is the Bronx, is Harlem. So we over here thinking we just gonna do stuff that we care about in the hood.
Yeah. And this is what went into the record. Just imagine this. We made this record straight out of Compton. Here we are sitting down talking about it fucking 25 years later. Plus, there's a big ass movie coming out, and we only spent 6 weeks on this record. It took us 6 weeks to record this record. And that's without recording on the weekends, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how much energy we put into it. Like I said, we were just trying to make some records for our neighborhood and to be stars in Los Angeles. Right. And it just went crazy.
We was only trying to make a few bucks. We wasn't gold.
That's it.
That wasn't even no idea what was about to happen.
So I'm like, damn, they like that.
Yeah. So when y'all knew it was something bigger than just local in the city, when that hit?
So when I started hearing that, they want us to do shows in Chicago. They want us to do shows in Tennessee, and it's like, damn, we ain't locals no more.
Right. Also,
I mean, Ice Cube is right. Dang, we are not locals no more. Wow.
I saw Axl Rose in one of his videos with an NWA hat on. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's just a trip for me to see that, like you were saying, Q, it inspired, no matter even what genre, a pop artist actually can be raw in today's music. That's the trip. They can say some of the things they probably couldn't say back then on record.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Or was scared to say. They could always say it, but they was scared, or their company, wouldn't let them do it. You know what I mean? We didn't have no A&R. We didn't have nobody. We were the A&R. Our A&R is these two motherfuckers right here. You know what I mean? So it's like, they get past these two and easy. Yeah, so it's
like, that's fine. I mean, it worked.
Like, he wanted it harder.
You can say
harder,
some
harder.
crazier shit than that. That's how the A&R went.
Yeah. So it's just a trip to see how big it's grown. We had our own style. We thought it was just gonna be ours and everybody else was gonna do them. But it's like, we turned hip hop on its ear a little bit. We changed the trajectory of hip hop. Yeah, a lot.
We was like, how many times can we say nigga? How many times did we say it last time? We gonna say it more this time.
We need more fucks on this record, man.
Nigga.
Wow. Easy. Yeah. What was that relationship like, man?
It's cool, man. I mean, we've been knowing him for a while. Like, I knew him before we started even doing music. You know what I mean? He's just a cool. Dre did too. They used to be in a DJ crew, High Power Productions, together back in the day. But just a cool brother, man. Just super cool.
Smart.
I mean, he was ahead of his time. He was, he was taking what he did on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took all of that street knowledge and hustling on the streets and brought it over to this thing that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? And super smart, creative.
I can say one thing he did. Me and you was mad We was trying to get on Island, remember? We mad. Oh man, we want to get on. He was holding off for priority. He said, because I want the label red, and I wanted, he want the label. And nobody else would do that.
Yeah, Island Records wanted
Ruthless Records on the records.
Island Records wanted to make it Island Records with NWA, and we was like, what the fuck? Let's go get this money, man.
He held off.
And you know what else is crazy about him? That we used to be in interviews, and I'd be looking at him like he crazy sometimes. He'd do interviews, and he'd be like, yeah, NWA is an all-star group. Before we even blew up, and I'd be looking like,
oh, he was kind of overselling it, but hey, I mean, sometimes overselling it makes it good. Sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I don't have an example of that, but.
All-star group. Like, we ain't did nothing, but it's like he knew before we knew. You know what I mean? Like, what was gonna pop.
Straight visionary.
Yeah, it's like he had faith.
Straight visionary about.
Trying to do like.
I want the shit hard. I want it hard. It's a trip. He put out JJ Fad first, but Ruthless was gonna be the hardcore label until JJ Fad blew up, and he's like, you know what? He probably could do more than just hard shit. He probably could do other shit, So, but he was I just remembered him like, I want these kind of records on Ruthless. He was specific. He wanted it rough, hardcore shit. It's like, man, them other raps y'all got without the hardcore shit, say that for the side, but we want the rough shit. Because we wanted to make records. So it was like, Easy was down to pay for us to go in the studio and make records. We was gonna make the shit hard like he wanted it.
Crazy. What was that energy like in the studio?
The energy was crazy. It was just about fun. It was just free, fun. Imagine it's just us in the studio. We paying for the shit ourselves, because Easy's paying for it, and we're just sitting there just creating. Me and Easy, we used to bump heads creatively.
Every character we knew coming by. That's what was fun, because everybody was dropping by while we was doing the records. Whether they stay 10 minutes or 20 minutes, 2 hours. We was doing the record in one room, but in the little lobby, it was just always cracking. Somebody was always up in there just hanging out.
That's ill. You said y'all bumped heads creatively all the time?
Yeah, me and Easy used to get in arguments all the time about what was gonna go on the record, what wasn't going on the record, like, all the time, But we always come to a cool compromise, and it was always this mutual respect because we knew we were both trying to get something that was great. You know what I'm saying? So we arguing, but we know we're both trying to get something great. It's just about, okay, what the fuck is that gonna be? So we argue, stop, finish the record, go party.
That's crazy. Boiling down, man, when it's all said and done, history, 100 years from now, what would y'all want NWA legacy to say?
World's most dangerous group, a group that made it all right for artists to be themselves, totally.
Yeah, I just think I would like for us to leave a legacy of inspiration,
I really hope, they stay in the spotlight forever, basically. Because it would be great. I mean, I'm 17 and I absolutely. I mean, I never really listened to it when I was a child, but I mean, I've listened to it. I would love it. And I know, like Tyler said this, but like, I can like whatever I want. I know it's more important to find something that you actually like than just follow someone else. But I'm not really following someone else. I like it myself. Like I said, I've listened to it. Some great raps. Maybe outdated today because of, like I said, almost 40 years ago. But yeah. I still love it.
Because, we came from nothing,
Dirt, nothing.
Yeah. And just that inspiration and that you can just like do something that's really different. You can go against the grain. You can do something that's outside of the box and still win.
And leave a mark that's so big, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like leave that mark, that imprint that's so big.
You never pour when you're doing something creative.
Right.
when you're putting something together creative, you ain't thinking about nothing but that. You know, it's a focus and it's a energy in doing something positive that helped us be where we are today. You know, I always said we was constructive and not destructive, even though we was living in a destructive neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We was like, yo, let's take this energy and let's do something fun, positive, and dope, and not just use our time to fuck up the neighborhood even more. So I just think that energy has inspired us and everybody who can hear our story, see our story, and understand our story.
Yeah, I was telling Cube this earlier. The group had to break up, not fade away. It had to break up. Everybody went and did their thing. And 26 years later, a movie about us? Poor kids from the streets? I mean, it had to break up to get here. It just, like a snowball was built in 26 years. And bam, I think we're going to be bigger now than back then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Just looking at y'all, man, it seems like y'all still got the same chemistry, even though I wasn't even around looking then. Just hearing the stories, it felt like the same vibe today. It's like crazy,
ain't no
man.
beefs, ain't no nothing.
We got a bond that you can't manufacture it, you can't buy it, you got to go through it. Yeah. And, you know, we all look at each other and know what we went through to get where we are. And it's like, we did that shit. And we had the courage to do it. You know, there's a lot of obstacles. You know, we went from being just locals in LA to talking and grappling with C. Dolores Tucker and people like Tipper Gore and, you know, the PMRC and the FBI. And, you know, we tangling with some of the biggest power entities out there. You know, it's like all kind of forces against us, and it didn't crack us, break us, turn us into punks.
Made us stronger.
Make us bite our tongue. It just made us stand up even more, and that's powerful.
And I hope the movie, man, make other people that's young out there try to do what we did. You know what I mean? Like, say, I'm gonna go in the studio, we gonna go in here and make something new, fresh. We don't give a damn what nobody say, and maybe one day our shit'll be like this.
Yeah, and it might not even just, this inspiration is not just dedicated to music, it's whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, any type of art or entertainment, or anything that you're pushing towards, and, you know, people are telling you, you shouldn't do this because of this, you know, just stay strong about what you're trying to do if you really believe in it, and if it's good, keep it cracking, keep pushing, because something can come out of it. I mean, look at us.
Yeah. That's it right there.
That's it.
That's it.
You got it?
Cool.
That was great. That was great. Like I said, it was my first time watching this. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I know I said that I'll do the God Does Like Ugly review part 2 today. I'm sorry. I'll actually be doing that tomorrow. I promise. It's just I saw this video yesterday, and I wanted to try watch it because I just was so excited to see it. So yeah. But anyways, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.